Hello and welcome to Half Crafts. My name is Charlotte and this is my channel where I talk general rubbish about my slightly chaotic crafty life. I live on the south coast of England with my 5 neurospicy children, and crafting keeps me sane-ish. It's cast on number 4! Cast on number 4! What is wrong with me? No, we don't need me to sing an intro. This is not a game show. Apologies. Obviously, as soon as I've started recording, the dogs have started shifting things around on the floor. Yes, so cast on number 4 of the 12 cast ons of 2026, a year-long make-along run by the beautiful Ange of Yarn and Yarns. And yeah, we're using this as a way of testing all the skills. Well, not even testing the skills. I don't have the skills yet. We are learning the skills. I'm sure what it will test is my patience at times. So cast on number 4 is my first garment. Oh, are we calling it a garment? I think it's a garment. I'm going to call it a garment. In my head, it's a garment because you wear it. But yeah. Anyway, you'll see. It is the Autumn Leaves Linear Top by Cloud Forest Studios. I will pop a picture up here. Now, I first saw this top on a knitting channel that I watch called Jack in the Attic. Absolutely love Jack in the Attic. She's kind of a goth knitter. And yeah, love her channel. And she did this. This was actually, I'm pretty sure, because I went back and looked the other day, but of course, you know, I've slept since then. I'm sure it was around about like March, April, May time-ish that she did this top. And she did it in a beautiful, the picture, as you can see, is like a burnt orangey colour. She did it in like a green, like dark green, like mossy forest kind of colour, which I loved. And I really wanted to do it in that colour. But I then thought, actually, I can see it, if it all goes well, I can see it being something that I probably make more than once. And then I happened to see a beautiful yarn on Angie's Yarn and Yarn D-Stash Instagram, which is the Sierra Andina. I think I'm saying that right. It's an Adrifil one, and it is 100% alpaca. Now, as I said, I think I mentioned this in one of my vlogs, I've never even felt alpaca, and it's kind of like a purple heathered effect, and it's just beautiful. It's so soft. Sorry, Eddie just decided to come stand next to the stand and shake. But yeah, so this is what I'm using. It's 100% alpaca. These are 50-gram donuts. Is it going to focus? Is it? Yeah, there we go. And I've got 5 of them, so I've got 250 grams. The pattern, it calls for 200 grams. I'm not sure, because the pattern it is cropped. It kind of comes between the waist and the lower bust, really. But I'm tall. I'm 5'11". So I do tend to add a little bit extra, because if it's cropped on normal folk, then it's going to be pretty much just sleeves on me. However, you know, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I might do a few extra rows on the stockinette rows, but we'll see when we get there. So yes, it's a beautiful top. It's out of my comfort zone slightly, because I don't wear cropped at all. I have a thing about cropped. I don't know. I've just never. I used to be grossly overweight when I was a child, and I think, well, I say grossly overweight. That makes it sound really dramatic. I was overweight as a child. Actually, I looked an awful lot like Meatloaf, and as in 80s Meatloaf, not like how he became afterwards. Yeah. So I never wore crop things. I've always been quite tomboyish. but yeah, I thought this would be a really nice piece for the summer or spring or anything actually that isn't freezing cold winter. Just as like a layering piece, and I thought it'd just be really nice. I just love it, and I just want to give it a go. We will see how it goes. So it's got this beautiful kind of lace detail at the bottom, which is to give the look of autumn leaves. It will be the first time I've ever done kind of, is it called lace work? I want to say lace. I'm going to say lace. I'm really sorry if it's wrong, and if that's going to really grate on all you um super advanced amazing knitters. I think it's lace. I think it is lace. I've read it in the pattern somewhere, I think. But yeah, it'd be the first time I'd be doing that kind of thing anyway. Eddie's going to jump up on my shoulders. There he goes. That's his favourite position. I'm not actually leant back as far as I would normally be. Normally, he walks across the back of the couch and then he slides himself down so that he's sat round my shoulders like a stole. Is that the right word? I don't know. I'm doubting my very existence today. Anyway, so yes, this is what we're doing as our fourth cast on. I bought all the needles and everything before Christmas, ready for this one, because this is one that, like I said, I've gone off on a tangent. ADHD brain today. I saw it, Jack in the Attic, she made it, I loved it, and I knew straight away that I wanted to make it. But back then when I saw it, my skills, I mean, I don't think I'd even actually managed to make a full pair of socks by that point. So it was kind of like I had it in the back of my mind. I knew that I wanted to make it, but I knew that my skills weren't where they needed to be to make it. So 12 cast ons, what better opportunity? So yeah, when I decided to do the 12 cast ons, I absolutely knew for a fact this would be on my list, and I bought this yarn specifically for this cast on. So I'm very excited and scared, but excited because it is a lovely top, and I think in the alpaca yarn it's just going to feel really beautiful and flowy, and I think I'm really going to like it. So we will give it a go. I think that's about all I have to say about it for now. We'll just see. We'll just get going, shall we? Okay. let's talk. So I'm now on my third attempt at this pattern. I'm not going to give up. I won't give up. I thought I was doing everything perfectly. Okay, so I'm on row 3. I'm only on row 3. I can't seem to get past, like, I think that the furthest I've got is row 5, and I had to rip it back. I'm on row 3. I thought I was doing everything perfectly. It was all going swimmingly. So what I've resorted to doing, redwood. What I've resorted to doing is at the end of every pattern repeat on that row, I put a stitch marker. Every pattern repeat has 12 stitches in it. So what it allows me to do is I put a stitch marker in. Eddie's sniffing the camera, but I don't think you can actually see his snosh, but it's very off-putting. At the end of every pattern repeat, I put one of these. I then do the next sort of however many knit stitches, and then I go back and I count to make sure that I've got 12. Been working great, and I've been going along. It really does help, because a couple of times I've thought, oh no, the stitch marker's too close for it to be that part of the pattern repeat, so it must be this bit. So it's working as I wanted it to. I've been through and counted every single stitch again in the pattern repeat. So why the heckity heck, have I got one too many stitches left at the end? I'm supposed to have 2 stitches. I've got 3. I don't. I've been through every section. It's only row 3. And row 2 is just a purl round. A purl row. I have to leave the house in 10 minutes. How am I going to leave the house knowing that this is happening again? What is wrong with me? I've counted them all. I've even looked. I can see which stitch is which. I've been through every section and made sure that everything is how it is supposed to be. So why have I still got 1 extra stitch? Oh. I so love this top and I love this pattern, and I'm just like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I will count again. I don't know what else to do at this point. I'll count again. I don't want to have to redo it. I shouldn't have to redo it. I've counted every stitch. Maybe lace work just isn't for us. Maybe it's not. I know, Eddie. Yeah. Okay, so I've recounted. I have checked every single stitch, and I cannot find anywhere that it's wrong. So what I've decided to do, at the end of each right side row, you've got 2 stitches each end and knit and a purl. But before that, at the end, you have to do yarn over. So what I decided to do is not do the yarn over and just knit the stitch instead of doing a yarn over. So I mean, hopefully, I'm not going to know until row 5, because every even row is the wrong side and it's just a straight purl row. So I'm going to have to purl, and then I'm going to have to do row 5 and just pray that the stitch count is right, because if it's not, then you might see actual tears. My relationship with this pattern is going downhill rapidly. I so love this top. I don't give up. I don't give up. But this is now taking up time. We'll see. Oh good God, Edward. You don't need to get involved. I'm pretty sure you don't even know what you're barking at. You're so old and cuckoo. I don't think you know what you're barking at. Okay, let's talk about this project because I can't wait any longer. I have this video has taken a lot longer than I wanted it to get out because it's driving me bananas. I I don't know what's happening. I don't know. It's a me thing. I know it's a me thing, and it's just a case of working out what the thing is. Let me show you where I've got to. So, bearing in mind, this is third attempt at casting this project on. I'm actually halfway through a row. I'm just going to leave it there. It's absolutely fine. So, as you can see, the pattern is working up beautifully. See, these are the little middle sections of the leaves here, and we've got the lace work going up the side. So in actual fact, the pattern is working out absolutely fine. But what I keep finding is that when I come to, so what I've resorted to is at the end of every pattern repeat, I have a stitch marker. In every pattern repeat section, there needs to be 12 stitches. So I count. As I finish each pattern repeat section, I go back, I count that I've got 12 stitches, and I have. So what I am finding impossible to work out is how, when I go back and do my purl row, which is what I'm currently doing, I've got more than 12 stitches in these two sections. I don't know. I don't know. And if anybody has any ideas, please tell me, because I don't know how I can make this work. It's a me thing. I know it's a me thing. The only thing I can think of is potentially it's something to do with the yarn overs. So obviously to create the lacy bit, you do a yarn over. So when I first started knitting socks, when I was doing the heel flap, I found the purling really difficult, and it would end up becoming so tight that I couldn't even pass the needle through. And I kept thinking, how is it possible? Like, I watch these videos of people doing heel flaps and they are not this tight. Like, I know I've got, I'm quite a tight knitter anyway, but how is it that tight that it's not even workable? Like, that it's something that I'm doing wrong. And what I then discovered when I actually went and looked at a video of someone doing a heel flap knitting the British way, or the UK way, whatever that is, and I suddenly realised I was yarning over wrong, and that yarning over wrong was causing my purl stitches to almost be like backwards and become really, really tight and unworkable. So I worked that out, and ever since then I've never had a problem with the heel flap. So I'm thinking maybe it's a yarn over problem. Maybe the yarn overs to create the lace. Maybe I'm doing it the wrong way around and I'm accidentally creating double the amount of stitches. I have an ulcer here, by the way. So it's not too sore today, but it just looks a bit funny. So yeah, maybe it's a yarn over problem. I think what I need to do is go back and have a look at some videos on how to do yarn overs, making sure that I'm doing it all correctly. But I can't spend any more time on this project. I think I've been on it like a week now, and I desperately need to cast on some other projects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a note in my knitting journal to double check how I am doing yarn overs. And then I'm going to sit that one to the side, which I'm really sad about because I want to keep going, and I don't give up ever. And I certainly don't like stopping until I know exactly what the problem is. Basically, I've got exactly the right amount of stitches, and then when I go to do the purl row, I've got extra. I magically gain stitches. I just don't know. Like I said, the only thing I can work out is possibly something to do with the yarn overs, because the pattern, when you actually look at the pattern, it looks like it's working fine. And now the dogs are wrestling right next to me. Look at these two. Eddie, we do not need the vocalizations. Anyway, so that is it. We are going to stop here with the autumn leaves linear top. I just can't keep going. I have to put it down, and then once I've done all my cast ons, I can come back to it and I can really spend some time on it, working out what the me issue is. The pattern's very easy to follow. It's written out very easily. The yarn is just beautiful. I think that yarn is probably more suited to wooden needles, because I do have to be really careful that none of the stitches slip off, because it's very slidey on my Chalgu needles. But other than that, it's absolutely beautiful. I love it. I love the way the pattern's working out. Just done me in. But this is only cast on number 4. So that's it. I need to shelve it. I need to write my notes so that I remember when I come back to it what I suspect the problem is. And then I just need to move on. So yes, that is how I'm going with that one. If you have any suggestions, I am all ears. I'd be very grateful of suggestions. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And I will be back very soon, much sooner, with cast on number 5, hopefully. I'm not even sure what that will be at the moment, but it will be something. You are all amazing. Have an absolutely fantastic day, night, week, whatever it may be. And I will see you all really, really soon.